Queen Elizabeth I lived by the clock. Her strict schedule, prayers, meals, meetings, set the rhythm for the entire court. The chiming of palace clocks was the voice of order, telling everyone what they should be doing. The Queen herself was obsessed with time, owning many clocks, some worn as jewelry, others displayed on her tables. The chiming hour reminded all that they lived by the Queen's will and her time. Leonard Vauchelet, the royal clockmaker, was a quiet Frenchman who kept the Queen's clocks running. At first, he was just another craftsman, moving through the palace like a shadow. But the Queen noticed his skill. Her clocks were always reliable, and she began to trust him. Leonard became the keeper of the court's rhythm, with access to all parts of the palace. The clocks he cared for were silent witnesses to the palace's secrets, and Leonard became a silent observer. Leonard's knowledge of time became a new kind of power. One day, Leonard was summoned by the Privy Council, the Queen's inner circle. They didn't want a repair. They wanted secret clocks for their confidential meetings. The council needed clocks that made no sound, so their secret discussions wouldn't be revealed by a chime. They also wanted a silent signal to end meetings, visible only to them. Leonard understood the challenge to hide time, not announce it. He designed a clock with a special dial. No bell, no sound. At a set time, a hidden lever would drop a colored flag behind a tiny window. Only those watching the clock would see the signal. The council was impressed and ordered 3 such clocks for their chambers. Leonard's status changed. He was now a trusted instrument of state security. He returned to his workshop with new purpose, building machines to protect secrets, not just tell time. Leonard's invention was simple, clever, and exactly what the council needed. He was no longer just the man who fixed clocks. He was now essential to the kingdom's security. The silent clocks became silent guardians of the realm's secrets. The new clocks were a success, but with reputation came risk. During a crucial meeting with the Spanish ambassador, a special clock was to mark the hour, showing England's control. But the clock ran slow. The meeting dragged on, and the English lost their advantage. The Queen was furious, and suspicion fell on Leonard. Guards questioned him, and his freedom was at stake. Leonard insisted on his innocence and examined the clock before the council. Inside, he found a tiny piece of wax on a gear, enough to slow the clock, but not stop it. It was sabotage, not his fault. The blame shifted away from Leonard, but the incident left a deep mark. Leonard realized his clocks were vulnerable to manipulation. His work was not just about precision, but about trust. The palace's time could be weaponized. Leonard's role had changed. He was now a guardian against deception. The lesson was clear. Even the smallest detail could shift the balance of power. Leonard would never look at his craft the same way again. The incident changed Leonard. He became obsessed with security. He invented locking cases and wax seals for his most important clocks, stamped with his personal mark. If anyone tampered with a clock, the seal would break, a visible sign of interference. The Privy Council approved his new methods, and Leonard alone wound the most sensitive clocks. Each morning, he walked the palace with his keys and seals, a quiet guardian of time. He trained his assistants to respect the importance of their work. Leonard's reputation was restored. His clocks became symbols of integrity. In a court full of secrets, his clocks were honest witnesses. Leonard became more private, trusting few, focused entirely on his craft. He found peace in knowing his work was secure and true. The palace trusted him as the keeper of honest time. His legacy was not just in machines, but in the trust he built. Leonard's clocks became the standard for truth in a world of intrigue. Years passed. Leonard grew old, but his mind remained sharp. His clocks had witnessed history, wars, treaties, royal births, and funerals. One day, a young lady in waiting brought him a broken toy soldier, a child's clockwork drum. It was a simple fix, but Leonard treated it with the same care as a royal clock. The lady's gratitude was payment enough. Alone in his workshop, Leonard reflected on his life. His legacy was not just grand clocks, but the act of fixing what was broken. He looked at a new design, a clock that could run a year on a single winding. A legacy is not just about grand things, but about making something that lasts. Leonard's true gift was passing on skill, order, and trust. The quiet ticking in his shop was the only answer he needed. He had served a queen, but also the quiet needs of ordinary people. In the end, Leonard's clocks measured more than time. They measured trust. And so, the palace ticked on, guided by the hands of a quiet man who understood the true value of every moment.